Mercenaries 2, we're doing the spare part locations 01 through 35, AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. I have done some of these without him, but most were. And I'm pretty much starting at the northern part of the map and working my way. This is pretty much in the very beginning of the game. We did get Misha as a member. I believe we got Misha, Ava, and Ewan. But we haven't opened up the pirates yet, and that's a big plus. Pretty much, this is the island where you take out the lieutenant for Misha. The part was here while you're doing that mission, but I told the Demented not to collect it. Okay, now the game is a little bit on the fickle side. After we go attempt to get Solano for the first time, and then the game splits open and the other half of the map opens up. The game is a little bit on the glitch side. Any place there are spare parts that you've already collected will pop up, and it kind of messes with the count a little bit, but nevertheless, I'm going to show you where all 100 locations are. Now, the spare parts are not an achievement, but it is an achievement towards the end of the game to unlock all purchasable items. I believe that's what it's called. So, as you collect the parts, every 10 will unlock some kind of vehicle through Ava at the PMC. And I have purchased some of the items through there, but it makes me mad because the vehicles are somewhat cool, but they're ridiculously expensive. And you're like, woman, you work for me, and I'm out collecting these parts, and you still want $500,000 for a vehicle that really doesn't last long at all. So after I purchased a few items, I do not really purchase anything from her again. Okay, so like I mentioned, I was at the northern part of the map, and I'm kind of working my way around. The pirates are not open yet, so I kind of got like free reign to kind of do what I got to do there. That compound where you take out the lieutenant with the first bunker buster for Misha is full of pirates after you destroy all the VC, and obviously I had to go in there and shoot them. And like I didn't like make them unfriendly or anything because they're not open yet, so that was a good thing. I'm a type of gamer I like to get like any type of collectibles and that kind of stuff done, or get it done before getting into the gameplay. 200,000 apart. If you're in co-op, your co-op partner does not get that money. It's just the way it is. So anyway, the vehicles that she has are pretty cool, but they're really expensive, and some are just not worth the money. Alright, so every part I'm kind of zoom in and out of the map where I'm at. And like I was mentioning, I'm at the northern part of the map, working my way south to the southern point to where I can't get any more until the other half of the map will open up. But in the beginning of the game, this money definitely comes useful, although the vehicles that she's got are just too damn expensive to really buy, so it really ain't adaptable to the gameplay. She's got like this four-wheel drive that's got this crazy Gatling gun on the top, which is pretty cool, but it's not armored, so it doesn't take long for it to get destroyed. And that thing was close to $500,000, so it's just not worth the money. I mean, it's just that simple. So, but as you can see, I'm all up in the pirate territory. There's no pirate emblems up here. That's because we haven't opened them up yet. So I got free reign just to kind of come up here and do what I got to do. And of course, any area that's VC occupied, it's like time to let loose with some artillery and let it fly. Okay, so again, collecting all the parts does not achieve an achievement, but you have to unlock all of Ava's, I want to say 10 items. There might be 11 or 9. And then at the end of the game, when you unlock the nuclear bunker buster, which is a story in its own thing, I think it's just a retarded ass thing myself. But anyway, there is an achievement. You have to unlock all purchasable items or shoppable items or whatever, and having all the parts is a part of that. So in order to get that particular achievement, you need to collect all these parts. Now, the other thing is that almost all the parts are in areas where you most likely would be if you were on the ground. Like, I believe there's some target buildings up in this area, but if you decide to destroy them via helicopter from distance with like a laser bomb or something like that, you may not find yourself on the ground in that area. So, but collecting the parts are definitely worth the time to do. Like I said, 200,000 a pop in this, the beginning part of the game is definitely pretty nice. And I get 58 of them before we get to the other part, so that's a lot of money.
Everything is fine.
Okay, now when you collect a part, it says it right up at the top how many you collected, which is nice. And then obviously you see that I'm putting my own numbers there. And for the up until like 58, it's not really necessary for me to do that, but just out of redundancy, I'm going ahead and keeping my own count along with the game count. When it comes to collecting stuff, I'm one particular gamer that believes that redundancy is a really good thing. Too many times, whether it's Saints or whatever you're doing, particular game, I've gotten people to come back and said that they missed it, like Fable 3, where there's a lot of collectibles. And, oh, I missed the flower, I missed a hidden package, I missed that. And, there's not a lot I can do for you exception to telling you to go back through the videos and, retrace your steps.
Yeah.
And God knows I know what that's like. It sucks.
Hey, look, it's Chris Jacobs.
Particular instance is like Saints or San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto with CJ. I mean, he's got a lot of collectibles, starting off with spraying the tags with 100 of them all around Los Santos. And you get to the end and you're reading your numbers and you're like, well, I should be at 95, but I only got 93. You're like, oh crap, where did I miss those two? And you're just not sure, so you have to go back through your footsteps and that sucks. It just really does. So when it comes to the collectibles, I like to do, like, every time I'm doing a part, you're not seeing it in the video, but I'm saving the game. I mean, it takes a second to go into the menu and save the game, so by all means, save the game. The game could lock up, and the internet could wig out and lock you up. You can't ever tell. And Mercenaries 2 is one of those games that are bound by glitches and locking up and all that. So, but the times that it is working well, it's a fun game. Me and Demented are going back through the game. Like, I just did this game and completed it. We got all the HVTs out, captured, and got the achievement. I want to say Ace is High or something. I forget exactly the name for getting all the HVTs out alive. But it was the one achievement he didn't have, and he wanted to get it. And, he's my buddy, so we're going back through the game again. And I have no issues about replaying the game. It's just this game is bound by glitches, and the biggest part is the EA servers.
Hello.
And I could spend all day talking about the issues with EA servers, but I mean, it's just one of those things. I'll be on the game waiting for him, and he's like, I can't connect the EA servers, and then he'll try putting in other games, shutting his Xbox on and off, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I'll do the same, and then we'll get to the point like, I just can't connect, we're going to have to try a different time. And And that happened just a couple days ago. You know, we were trying to play and I couldn't get on, and I'm like, screw it, dude, I'm going back to Grand Theft Auto, and it's like, alright, whatever.
Behind that building!
Okay, so you saw right here is called the Panzer Cycle. This is one of Ava's vehicles that you get from collecting the parts, and it's kind of decent. You can climb some hills. It's pretty versatile, but the guns only move very little. So basically, you need to put your nose where you need to be hitting. There's no question if you're able to get a bead on something, it'll take it out, but it's got no real movement to the machine gun, so it's kind of an issue. And they're ridiculously expensive. I don't know. I only bought a few of them, and then when I used them up, I didn't purchase any more because after a while, it's more about just having tanks and helicopters than any other vehicles in the game. So, okay, we're at the UP headquarters. I may have forgot to zing in and out of the map here, but you can't really miss the UP headquarters, and it's the first few missions are here as well. Again,
They just don't pay me enough.
the game will kind of put you where the parts are most of the time. Okay, so like I mentioned, the UP headquarters, it's not too hard to find this, and like I said, the first couple missions are here, so just there's one right in front of the door, and then off to the side of the building is the other one.
If you're ever feeling a little bit lost, come back to the PMC. And talk to me. I might be able to offer you.
And right by the statue is our next one.
Too damn hot in this.
The enemy is here!
That's the thing about the vehicles in this game. You know, they're all kind of awesome in their own way, but they just don't take a lot of damage. The only vehicle that actually will take some damage and keep on ticking is the heavy diplomat tank from the AN, the Americans. And anytime we do a Mercenaries, unlocking that tank is pretty much our goal. So you have to destroy all the target buildings for the AN in order to unlock that, and it is worth every penny of it. So that's what I was saying. Like if you're dropping 200 to 500,000 on a vehicle, it needs to be worth it. And Ava's vehicles, they're really not worth it. So you know, you're talking about the Ambassador helicopters, the Chinese attack and heavy tanks, and then the Americans heavy diplomat.
It's so expensive to live in this town.
I had to do one of the end missions without the Demented Priest, and doing it in the air, everybody's got surface-to-air missiles and RPGs and other helicopters. It just wasn't getting it done, so break out the heavy diplomat and go out to the ground and just start blasting away with that puppy and get some results that way. So that's the way to do it. Okay, as I'm collecting the parts as well, I'm popping off RPGs at billboards as well. It's 5,000 a billboard, so I'm constantly popping off those things as well. You're not seeing it in the video because this is just about collecting the parts.
Halt! Halt! Intruder! I don't get paid enough for this. Get the hell out! Enemy sighted!
Crime is on the rise again. I should go to that demonstration.
This chaos is disrupting society!
They just don't pay me enough.
This road runs all the way around the lake. West takes you to Maracaibo, east gets you to Caracas.
See what I'm saying? You get a B with those miniguns on this Panzer cycle, it is in the bag. But, like I said, you have to kind of put your nose in the direction of your sight, and that's not always an easy thing to do. And of course, there's no protection for you either, so getting lit up on that bike is quite easily done. So alright, so I'm rolling up into an area that has an HVT, and I'm not here to do that at the moment, so gonna kind of circle around and let him just shoot at me while I collect the part. I'm not here to be
Man,
messing
they
with
pay me
him,
enough, I take care of
nor
this
do I
whole
want to be
damn
pissing off the UP at this particular time. So when you get up to an HVT, he's gonna be getting hostile to you, so just get up here, get the part, get out of dodge. It's like, I'm not here to be messing with you at the moment. I'll be back for you at a later date. Okay, over at the PMC, our home base, we got two parts around here. You want to call it the back garden or whatever you want to call it. And then take the walkway down to the dock area. On the very edge of the dock will be another case. Okay, so 35 cases or so. We start at the northern part of the map, and like I said, we work our way south through the open map area that's open. And 200,000 a pop. It's definitely worth the time to do. Again, save the game all the time as much as possible. Okay, this area is a VC controlled area. It's one of the target buildings. I wasn't here for the target at this time, but there's no way they were going to just let me stroll up here, so I had to shoot everybody, which, yeah, it works for me too, so. See, you could have easily destroyed this and not even got close up to there, so even though the game does put you where all the cases are,
Amateurs!
it's easy not to easily missed, if you want to call it that, because like I said, you could have stood back and used an artillery or a helicopter or whatever. So yeah, there's always time to blow up some billboards. Like I said, as I'm doing the packages, I'm all about taking out some billboards as well. Okay, so this is going to be number 35. I'm going to go ahead and break the video here and continue on the southern part of this area. I think I'm going to have Demented with me for some of that, and he's going to cart me around in a helicopter, which is making my life a little bit easier. So this will be number 35, and like I said, it's definitely building up my money. Alright, we'll see you on the next set of packages. AA Gamer for Life.